Except maybe for you, who'll tape it. Okay. Great. So, just getting organized. Good to go. People, we live in such a different age. Oh, okay. Great. We good? Okay. So, really quick before we do the work, breath awareness. First is physical awareness. The attention to get in your body, energize the spine. Breath awareness. Not to control the breath, but just to start to relax and feel that natural breathing rhythm. Maybe do a couple of sighs to help free up the breath. The touch of sound, then ha, H-U-H, black saturated sound, moving through thought frequencies. Ha, 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 but connecting diaphragmatically rather than ha, 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 clavicularly or holding your breath. So it's coordination. Gathering, releasing, freeing. I've connected with the source. Now I want to get more extroverted. My hands start on the belly, float up to my face. I'm humming, feeling forward. Then I share the sound. The sound is now moving out into the space. So I started connecting inside. Now it's out in the space. Then I free certain parts, the lips, the head and neck, the body. The idea is as I'm producing sound, there's freedom rather than bound energy. That's the first third. After that, the channel. This is where vibration sometimes gets diminished. I want to free my jaw first, where sometimes emotions can get stuck. Then I want to free my tongue. So I'm not supporting sound from here, but from here. Then I want to wake up my soft palate so it can inflect my thought, or the sound can come into my mouth, the mid and upper part of my speaking range. I do the channel. Next, the resonators. Hard turn. Everything has been more about release so far. Now it's about strength, strength, strength. There's the image of the ladder, the rungs. I want to isolate each resonator so each rung in the ladder is alive. So I do chest, I do mouth, I do teeth. Looking to feel the vibration rather than hearing the sound or manipulating it through my throat. I then blend all three, hey! I then can do a triad, feeling my voice moving through my skull, not singing per se, it's not going into my head, but my speaking voice. I then take a detour before I go to the upper resonators, so I've got the breath. So this is breath power, so side ribs, vacuuming the lungs, bigger size, pants of anticipation, enlivening the diaphragm. Once I feel like I've got breath underneath me, a large amount, then I jump up to the sinuses. That's the mid to upper part of the speaking voice, more of a powerful place. My, oh my. Then I get up to the nasal. It's now getting the upper part of the speaking range. Definitely need breath there, the upper sinus. Then I slide down from the very top, then down, down, down to the bottom. Then I come back from the bottom up to the top, moving through each resonator, the image, the elevator. I then go into the skull, and I slide back down through the break, smoothing it out. I do all that. I can even do an arpeggio at this point. And I finish with articulation. Important with articulation, keep playing around with an open throat so the vowels don't get diminished and moving through a range. The goal of this work is rather than adding more obligations or ways to do things correctly, is to free. It's to let go of tensions that are physical, that may be mental, the two are completely combined, so that you're entering into more playful, perhaps natural, perhaps more expressive, 2 to 3 octave range, where by doing all these things, there's a natural, just more desire to communicate. That's what we're playing with. So, if you could, start with your feet. Actually, start with a yawn and stretch. And move pretty quickly through this. That's it. Yawning and stretching, however, feels good to you. Then those feet come underneath the hip sockets. So first we want to find balance through the skeletons. You explore balancing through the tripod points of your feet to move forward and back, forward and back. The forward and back gets a little bit smaller each time until you find that place where you're just sort of more or less balanced through the tripod points, through your skeleton. And next, the elbows float forward and up, wrists float up, fingers float up, lips are slightly parted, breath coming and going through the mouth, and you sigh out as the fingers drop, so it's then the wrists, then the elbows, the head and neck. And when you drop vertebra by vertebra by vertebra down your spine, the purpose of this is to give your spine some release, letting it give into gravity, letting it extend. Important here to let your neck be free. Sometimes people hang over but still hold through the neck, letting the neck be free. And doing 2 or 3 sighs, helping you drop deeper into the stretch. And then coming back up your spine, building vertebra by vertebra by vertebra. The image of a string of pearls helps, or the vertebra floating one on top of the other, The point of this is, yes, we're going to move into relaxation, but the spine is energized, so it won't lead to collapse. The point of this relaxation to do something rather than relaxing for the sake of relaxation. So now, that's physical awareness. You could also go onto your back and do a body scan, letting go, but for the purpose of time, we'll move forward. Next, hand comes up, abdominal area, the diaphragm area. I like to do this, hand on the sacrum, hand right at the bottom of my sternum. Lips slightly parted. And again here, rather than controlling breath, I'm paying attention to the natural breathing rhythm, observing without controlling. Diaphragm drops in on the in-breath, drop down on the in-breath, releases back up on the outgoing breath, moment of nothing, new breath drops in. So there's this flow, this rhythmicity to the breath. Not trying to control over anything, not trying to standardize, just dropping in, allowing breath to do me rather than me to do breath. And then next, giving myself an image, something that might stimulate a generous sigh of pleasurable relief. That's it, yeah. Purpose, just help free up breathing musculature. One more of those. That's it, then back to the natural breathing rhythm. A breath that keeps me alive from moment to moment. And next, we move into the touch of sound or vibration awareness. You picture that beneath your diaphragm, all the way down to your pelvic floor, all the way around, so not just the front of you, is this pool of vibration that your voice pre-exists in this area rather than up here. But you could also picture that your diaphragm's like a trampoline, and the sound will bounce out from here, again, rather than from here. And you'll play around with this unformed neutral sound, the tongue is relaxed on ha. What you don't want to reinforce is gray, misty breath, which would be ha. That's right. Wants to be ha. And then you'll start exploring going down. Ha ha. 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 It's so exciting. Parenthetical, where your voice is at compared to day one, I don't know if you can recall, so much more saturation, so much more strength. Good on you. Next, both hands come onto the belly. You'll give your belly a jiggle. The sigh out on a longer stream. The belly shake is to free up diaphragm. And back to ha. Now we move to the next section. It's more extroverted soon. It's gathering and then releasing and freeing. So this looks like off you go. If you want, before you release, you could do one or two, just feeling the vibration, collecting, and then releasing, but I'll follow your impulse. You ever find your jaw going ma? Think lips rather than jaw. That's really good. First, we'll move to the lips now, the freeing parts. You'll go ma, 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 ma. So you free the lips first. Now the head and neck. We'll go. You could do a stretch, but we'll go straight to a hum. It's one breath is one thought, one sound. Each time a new thought frequency, new pitch. That's it. Then you float your hands up to your skull and Ma. Ma. Ma ma ma. Now the spine. Ma. Letting go, letting yourself be bounced back up rather than having to pull yourself back up. Off you go. First knees and the hips. Off you go. Now the shoulders. Shake the knees. The purpose of that is to free the hip sockets. Sacral roll, pelvis bounce, shaking sound out the feet. Stuff to help free up the lower body, but we'll keep moving forward. But those are things you can do. So that's gathering, releasing, freeing. Next, we get to the channel. So bring your hands together, warming those hands up, and bring your hands to your jaw. And massaging this area. If you experience TMJ or if there's stress in the life, you come to a rehearsal and you feel really tight through this area, this simple massage can help to relieve that tension. Then you take the heels of your hands, to the hands. So it's not just the flesh, bone to moving. That's it. You could then do that jaw isolation exercise. We'll keep moving forward, so after you do that, you take the jaw in hand, whatever jaw shake you like, and you're sighing past your shaking jaw. You can think of the fence up and over or the road, but it's past the shaking jaw, so it's not, it's, then you let vibration ride that breath to someone across the way. And I want to keep reinforcing that what's different about this voice work than some other is there's first the opening up for the breath. Or before I make sound, I let the breath in. Just keep finding the breath underneath. Give that a go. And with a shimmy through your skeleton. It's not I want to keep this up. Opening with the back here, off you go. The jaw thrusting forward. Not punching yourself, but inhibiting that. That's a stretch, loosening. Rather than pulling back in. He ya 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 la 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 ma ma ma. He ya 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 la 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 ma ma ma. He ya 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 la 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 ma ma ma. He ya 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 la 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 ma ma ma. Soft palate. Breathing in on a whisper cage, out on a whisper cage. Opening up the back. Can you add sound? And breathe in on the whisper cage. Keep opening back. Hi. 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 body. Head, now we get to the resonators. Strength. Head comes up and back without losing any length through the neck. Jaw opens. Wide open column. Sounds going up, so not pushing down, but through the chest resonator. So, not gray and breathy here, so not smoky, still black, but very deep. That deeper part. Now mouth, more clear, more direct. Ha ha ha, bouncing off your hard palate. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. Now teeth. Now pushing it forward, letting it arrive right on the top front teeth. He he he, adding a bounce to help free it up. Yeah, go for it. Yeah. Then you go from teeth to mouth. He he he, ha ha ha. He he he, ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. That'll help smooth that stuff. Do that as much as you like. Then you blend it together. All three resonators blending together. Hey! 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 At this point, you can do a triad. Hey! 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 As much as you like, but continue to give a breath underneath and that fully blended sound. Now, before we get to upper resonators, we stop to do breath power. You can pat either side, you can do this thing, but we're going to go straight to opening up the ribs like this. Imagining there are elastic bands from your elbow points to your front ribs, your lower ribs, opening up the front ribs first, and the back ribs. Opening up, that's it. So targeting the rib cage now, and then the side ribs. Opening up the side ribs, opening up the side ribs like an umbrella, then letting it come back down. Now vacuuming your lungs out once, letting go of all the old, letting in new. Now into this image of a six-sided box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Full body breath for a great big size of relief. In through the mouth, out through the mouth. One more. Now 6 medium size, arms go up half the distance. Then, finding the pants of anticipation. Here we go. Not this way, but up and down. A quiver like a hummingbird in a cage. That's going to be free. Even exchange of O2 and CO2, so you let go of lightheadedness. Now with sound, still black saturated to white absence. Ha 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 ha. Great, then starting to wake up your face, squeezing, opening, squeezing, opening, squeezing, opening. And then you start a massage of your sinuses. You could always do this with a flat back or in a squat to help breath really drop down, but I'm going to do it standing for the recording. The squat helps breath is really landing in. So here it is, not the falsetto, not the skull voice. It wants to come out the mouth, not get stuck in the nose. He. The tongue is out so it doesn't contribute. If the tongue's pulling back as you're making the sound, it's typically a sign of tongue tension. Then you can work on it. No big deal. Head starts thrusting forward. Watch out for that. The spine is still long. The sound is doing it. The breath support is doing it. Way, way. Way far away.
Way far away.
Now nasal above that. Me, me, me.
Me, me, me.
Me, 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 me.
Me, 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 me.
Me, 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 me.
Me, 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 me.
Me, 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 me. Ma, ma, ma.
Me, 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 me. Ma, ma, ma.
Me, 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 me. Ma, 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 my, oh my.
Me, 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 me. Ma, ma, oh my.
Now moving down like an elevator through each resonator. My, oh my. Hey. As many breaths as you'd like. Off you go. Arpeggio, or as many as you like, would you be hey? But we'll move to articulation, so ba.
Ba.
Still open throat, connecting down here. All the voice work, consonants serving that. Da.
Da.
Ga.
Ga.
Ba da ga.
Ba da ga.
Ga da ba.
Ga da ba.
Ba da ga da ga da ba da.
Ga da ga da ga da.
Ba da ga da ga da ba da.
Ga da ga da ga da.
Ba da ga da ga da ba da. Ba da ga da ga da ba da.
Ba da ga da ga da ba da. Ga da ga da ga da.
Ga da ba da ba da ga da ga da ba da ba da ga da. With an arpeggio. Ba da ga da 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 ba da ga da. Ma.
Ma.
Na.
Na.
Nga.
Nya.
Mananga.
Mananga.
Manangana. Manangana.
Manangana. Manangana.
Going, keep connecting with that support down here. It's really good. Manangana. 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 Manangana.
Manangana. Manangana. Manangana. Manangana. Manangana. Manangana.
Hey! At this point, you can play around with some text or your favorite tongue twister. A big black bug.
A big black bug.
It's a big black bear.
It's a big black bear.
And the big black bear.
The big black bear.
Bled blood.
Bled blood.
And rather than like practicing how you're going to do it, keep purposely exploring through range. So you're introducing, oh, when I move to language, I can be on my voice, very open, and moving through large chunks of my range. Ha.
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 I like to finish by returning to that touch of sound. Ha.
Ha.
Feeling if I feel any more connected here. Ha.
Ha.
And I always usually finish with a sigh of relief, just as a reminder of the breath. Great. That's it. Thank you, guys. So, if you could get your devices, we'll make a